Honorable Rector, Your Excellencies, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, dear students. 2 weeks ago, an international team of 18 researchers published a revised and updated analysis of their planetary boundaries framework in the journal Science. In fact, these results were presented last week at the World Economic Forum in Davos in Switzerland. Planetary boundaries are environmental thresholds that may be crossed as a result of human activity. And in fact, 4 of them have already been crossed: climate change, loss of biosphere integrity, land system change, and altered biogeochemical cycles that are related to the use of phosphorus and nitrogen. At the rate things are going, the Earth could cease to be a safe operating space for human beings in the coming decades, the researchers conclude. Professor Carl Folke is one of these researchers. After having studied business and economics, Carl Folke realized he would not become a businessman, and he started studying biology and ecology. He obtained a PhD in 1990 at Stockholm University under the supervision of Anne-Marie Jansson, who played a key role in the birth of ecological economics as a new discipline bridging economics and ecology. As a PhD student already, Carl Folke played his own role in 1984 by being one of the founders of the Eco group, a group that consisted of scientists and PhD students from diverse disciplines: ecology, botany, hydrology, geography, forestry, agriculture, economics, engineering, and even political science. Its purpose was to stimulate scientific communication and collaboration between scientists from various disciplines interested in environmental and sustainability issues. It would become the leading thread in his career. Professor Folke made important contributions to a set of theories, concepts, and approaches that may help mankind to become active stewards of the Earth system as a whole. These are needed because the worldviews that dominate our current thinking mentally disconnect us and human progress and economic growth from each other, from the biosphere and life-supporting environment. He did so by teaming up with many great scholars, such as C.S. Holling, the father of resilience theory, Robert Constanza, and the late Elinor Ostrom, winner of the 2009 Nobel Prize in Economics, just to name a few. The key to this stewardship is governance, and more particularly the adaptive governance of coupled social ecological systems that takes into account the feedbacks, the tipping points, the thresholds, the cross-scale linkages and other systemic forces underlying these systems. Governance also at different scales and levels, from the management of small ecosystems at local level to the governance of planet Earth as a whole. To implement this new vision, new platforms are needed. Platforms for scholarship, for education, communication, for practice. Professor Folke has actively contributed to the development and creation of many such platforms, like the Resilience Alliance, and most recently the Stockholm Resilience Center, which he founded in 2007 together with his colleague Johan Rockström. The Stockholm Resilience Center is a joint initiative between the Stockholm University and the Bayer Institute of Ecological Economics at the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. Its aim is to be a world-leading transdisciplinary research center that advances the understanding of complex social ecological systems and that generates new and elaborated insights and means for the development of management and governance practices. Today, the center has definitely lived up to these expectations and became a Swedish Center of Excellence. In this way, Professor Folke is contributing actively to the creation of a new generation of transdisciplinary researchers who build bridges across discipline, but also towards policymakers and practitioners. Carl Folke engages actively in science policy debates, has collaborated with UN organizations such as the UNEP, FAO, UNESCO, on issues such as freshwater management, sustainable cities, biosphere, reserves, and so on. He was the lead author of a key report of the Swedish government to the 2002 World Summit on Sustainable Development in Johannesburg. He has continuously served as advisor to the Swedish government on environmental issues, and since 2013 he chairs the scientific committee of the Volvo Environmental Prize. Finally, Professor Folke strongly values the interaction between science and the arts. At the Stockholm Resilience Center, the use of art is an integral part of scientific practice. Last year, he published the photo book Reflections on People and the Biosphere, together with designer, art director Lars Hall. In the book, insights and song quotes and photos complement each other, helping us to rediscover our deep connection with nature. To reconnect social and economic activity to the biosphere is essential for humankind to develop and thrive sustainably. Academia plays a vital role in helping us to make that reconnection, through education, research, but also by taking the lead and being an example in society. Om al deze redenen, meneer de rector, verzoek ik u op voordracht van de Academische Raad het eredoctoraat van de KU Leuven te verlenen aan professor Carl Folke.